hey, all this is an and this is going to be part 3 of Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Like, or not really part 3, you know, but I mean, like, I will continue to use calling it to, like, whatever part was the latest before, because this is, of course, when we be getting, yeah, the notebook, yeah, the unlocking the organ transplant, but we've already done that. Yeah, the leather bound notebook, which you get. It's nice. We can save here now. And I wanted to show you a little bit of that cutscene, by the way, and stuff like that, but yeah. But we are of course we are going for the final puzzle and stuff like that, and there's not that much left we have to do. But yeah, and I was trying to get also I really wanted to try and get the actual another thing as well. One other thing I really want to get our hands on. But yeah, right. So we only need to go for the organ. Of course, we need to go to over here to cold storage and stuff to get that. And that guy is still there, of course, obviously. So we can, where is the... Alright, that's just one of those things, it's just the 12.7 ammo there. But yeah, but maybe that looked like he was attacking that there, actually. I think there is a way to make him attack without having to have, you know, without having to use like bottles. You know. But yeah. Is there any locked stuff we have left? No, I don't think there is. Oh, there's one over there. Okay, actually. Oh, let's go and put the journal in here. And we just store those 6 in here, the 600 coins. Alright, then we can actually go and use the something here. Yeah, because the thing is just that if you think about all the ammo they left you and stuff that, like, there's more than enough. And stuff that, and the fact that also there's a quite significant amount of the whole 12.7mm, and then the fact that you can craft more. And if you make sure that you get all the blood that is possible, then you can craft a lot of these ammo. And the fact that 80 of those blood things is enough to craft all those bullets, you know, and stuff that, like, you will have more than enough to kill all of the bosses, basically. Like the 2 singers, the chef, and the other thing. Let's go to the kitchen, actually. Alright, we can get some more here, blood even. You can see here, like, even though we have spent quite a lot of on like the stabilizers here, there's still blood in here and stuff that, yeah. You know. And there's one of the ammo there for the 2.7mm, so yeah. So there's actually a lot of 2.7mm ammo. Oh, actually, let's take the remaining stuff from him. I see we haven't even used up all of the stuff from him yet there, as you can see. Stuff that's, yeah. So the amount of magnum ammo you can get is actually quite significant. Stuff that's, yeah. Brand metal, and as you can see, you can craft 2 of those using that alone and stuff that's, yeah. And you can actually do the flushing actually before you go into the basement area. So you can already have the flushing done basically and stuff that's, yeah. Yeah, we're at a triple of the thing, by the way, so yeah. And the Vents, of course, is obviously stinks of oil. The Vents is, of course, the reference to in Resident Evil 3 specifically, where that one crank thing breaks or whatever it is. But it's specifically a crank thing, it's not a valve handle that breaks, but it's basically the same kind of idea, like that, oh, you use a Vents on the thing, that's left, except you use it to get into the, like, what is it, the gas station, the almost power, but yeah, an artificial heart, yeah, boy. And there's more scraps here, you can pick up if you really, really want to. More scraps. And more handgun ammo, of course, obviously. More handgun ammo. And but there's going to be less ammo on other difficulties than that is too, of course. And you can pick up a massive 80 transfusion bag. So yeah, so if you keep all the transfusion bags by the end, by the way, you can make things like really, really easy and stuff like that, but yeah. It's useless. Now that we have this artificial heart, we can go and finally get to the final part of this, and stuff, but yeah. Now keep in mind, of course, if you want to get, like, if you want to get an idea how to do, like, the whole speedrunning thing. By the way, like, on that file, for example, I did the whole waiting, the 15 minutes and stuff there, because I was trying to go for the doll doing, like, the speedrun attempt, which, it's not recommended, right? So I could have been 15 minutes faster. But then also, for example, if you want to make the speedrun even easier, like, if you, for example, have the rocket launcher, things just becomes way, way, way easier if you just have the rocket launcher. So that, yeah. But it is a bit sad because the thing, like, when you make them fight each other, and stuff that is supposed to be easy, but it is supposed to be with the blind guy, like, he's not supposed to be somehow or with something else,
Of course it gets up.
Hidden wristband clearance level 2. Yeah. Okay. We can turn this on. Yes. Isolation board, beep beep boppity boop boop. Clean must clean. Brains. And there's, we got another blood thing. And of course these eventually open up these doors. Or these two doors. whatever it was. I forgot if all of them open up or not, but yeah. And over here, of course, there's some books. And more hanging ammo. You can climb through there also as well. Subject 171 is blind, okay. Quality Living Center.
This must be it.
And then you notice that it's Braille. So that
Braille.
Braille. I know someone who talks Braille. No, not hanging out. Take the shot to the puzzle box. But this is of course not the lead researcher's office. So the one that where you actually need to input the code is the other one. But yeah. Quality Living Center. He doesn't carry an Ivy thing here, right? The guy that came here. There's some more scrap. And in here, hanging ammo. Okay, this person is just letting me get past. That is odd. Or they're just going somewhere. I forgot where it is that these go. We just wait for them, basically. They will just be pretty nice. They are pretty chill, you know, and stuff that. They will just be like brains, you know, and stuff that, you know. They're just like, oh yeah, let's go over here like brains. And then they're like, and you're like brains. And then they're like brains. And then we're like brains. And I just follow this one guy, and he's like brains. I'm gonna go in here, brains. And he goes in here, brains. And then this guy is also here, like brains. And then like everyone is like brains. And now there's a high chance that he's gonna hit stuff here. Maybe if I stun him, maybe he will begin swinging wildly. Hopefully that didn't kill him though. Quality Living Center. I'm not doing that, by the way. It's this. It's doing it automatically there. So fucking badass. And it's nothing to do with even when I click in the stick normally that stops it. Man, that's so frustrating, man. I think we need to bring anything else here. Let's just save. Nice. We can of course open this. Beep beep up. We can see that it's the same doll exactly and stuff like that, but yeah. And then she's uncertain here.
Hey. Why did they put you in there?
I don't know. I've always been here.
Do you mind if I come in?
I don't mind.
But why would she be lying if she's supposed to be the one that's from the... If she's the one that supposedly is the one that you play in there, like the flashback, at the at the place.
Nice order. Star, star, moon,
Oh, this one has the cherubs, by the way.
sun.
This one also has the cherub symbol there and stuff like that. So that's weird, right? This has the cherub symbol, but this doesn't require the cherub key. So that means that they had designed this completely differently before. That they were way more key doors, right? Because keep in mind that in the section that we were at first, right? The section where we had to escape from the thing, by the way. When we were at that section, you remember we got the cherub key. We had to use it on a cherub door. This is a cherub door, as you can clearly tell, and stuff like that as well. But you only get to open that one door with the cherub key, and stuff like that, you don't get to keep it. So that's actually pretty interesting.
We have to keep it together.
What?
Don't worry.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm pretty tanky. Wait, oops, it's this way. Here we go on here. I don't know, it's zombie man. And we can get some healing over here as well. And I think this is a full heal at this point? Yeah, almost. I mean, this kind of orange, or it's yellow green kind of.
Here it is.
Here it is. Here is the thing you need to beep, up. And now we just need to shoot the rise enemies. Stab. Cute. Quality layering center. Yeah, we're at the quality layering center. We got scrap there and we got some hanging ammo. And let's also open in here. Oh no, and he will get to bite me blind. Yeah, that's fine. We can get another transfusion bag here. Let's hang an ammo. One of them is turning into that thing. I see you begin shooting it early, then absolutely no problem. And then she was finished soon. Is there a guy left somewhere? Am I blind? Oh, you needed to actually touch that. I'm pretty certain was the trigger there actually. And then get Emily back, of course, and this one is stopped here.
I thought that thing was dead.
And we descend into the darkness. The pit. And then Leonis Kennedy wakes up and he's like, oh man, I'm so drunk. You know, Leonis Kennedy just wakes up and he's like,
FBI? Yeah, Grace Ashcroft. Victor kidnapped her.
What? Why?
I don't know.
But it's weird, like why wouldn't Leon and why wouldn't the so-called intelligence, right? or like one like quote unquote intelligence agency or whatever it's supposed to be, right? Like how come they don't know about like the asteroid like that they are like one of like the Raccoon City survivors and stuff like that, you know. Seems pretty odd. Did we get body armor now? We skipped the body armor. We skipped the body armor.
I intend to find out.
Quality Layering Center. Not a green herb, and that gives us full. And he can mix 10, yeah, he can mix 10 handgun ammo, but he of course mixes with gunpowder instead, you know. Alright. It's actually talking about the two chunkers. Regulating patterns, blah blah blah. The Thomas K. Jackson, Timothy B. Jackson. Okay. So there are two brothers, basically those are the ones that became the Chunky Boys. Or the Chunk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. It's the Chunk Soul Brothers. Right about now. With the Chunk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. It's the Chunk Soul Brothers. Hello, Mr. Felix. Any kaboomers in the chat? And we get a bunch of hand grenades, and then we get more stacked hand grenades. Now, technically, the best thing that you can craft with Leon is craft like hand grenades and then stacked hand grenades, and then basically sell a bunch of stacked hand grenades, and then you can make a lot of money that way. And of course, with Leon, you want to pick up ammo. I need to remember that because it can actually sell stuff. But this doesn't really have an effect to go up here because I don't think that were anything I could shoot down or anything. Although I think that there's a raccoon you could shoot up there if I remember correctly. And I know that there was a way to get to this shotgun ammo here and stuff there, but I forgot exactly where that path was where you do that. We'll loot this first. I forgot that. Can we go back? No. So we missed out on that handgun ammo there. That's a bit bad. Not gonna lie, that's a bit bad to miss out on that. Quality Layering Center. And of course, this Leon section you can go to very quickly because you just need to get up on the third floor basically to where this is. And stuff that. But if you want to do everything, you want to basically open all of these. Open all of the ones that are warped, basically all the ones that you found with grace that are warped. And that's one of the weapons upgrade, or if I remember correctly. And that's of course the basement save code. And Leon finds out about it, but then of course Grace gets access to the file, you know, and stuff that. So it's Leon that helps her finding out that code. Eat hand grenades. Eat hand grenades. Yeah, eat hand grenades. There's blood everywhere. Right, and hanging ammo. And that's just the crumpled note, yeah, blah blah blah. Quality Layering Center. And like all the ammo that she has left behind, like Leon will be able to pick up, you know, which is pretty crazy. But it's a way that it talks about the chef in this note here. You know. Uh, Quality Lyric Center. Kill multiple enemies in order and get yourself a nice bonus. It's of course where you need to go normally up here and stuff that, and then you can end his scenario very, very quickly and stuff that, but yeah.
His office should be upstairs.
Of course, you have transfusion bag there as well and stuff that, so yeah. So normally you want to kill those, of course, with grace, you know, because of the transfusion bag being important. What's them? Hanging ammo. Hello. Can we open this? Wreck this PC. And this has mixed herb. Green. Yes. The mixed herb. We got that legendary thing over there. I need to remember that legendary tracking module over there. More hanging ammo. Lots of stuff to pick up, of course, obviously. Can we pick up this? And yeah, now we can pick up a green herb here as well. Boom. And we can get another triple green. And if you... Ooh. Yes. Very nice glory to att stått. So that it won't be another chef. It won't be a chef deluxe. Break that. Tracking module rare. Ho. Golden common. Yeah, you can get one bullet for your big ass gun. So you can save all of those ammo for him if you want to, you know. So that is something that you can technically do. Use try to like optimize the route as much as possible with her, like even on high difficulties and stuff like that, and use only like use knives or whatever, right, for survival. Now, of course, he cannot get antique coins even if you left them behind. If I remember correctly, like he doesn't get anything from these, you know, and stuff that even if you would have left them behind, you know, because you know they don't work for Leon. Sadly, you know. And the funny thing is you can leave her FBI gun behind, by the way. You can actually leave that gun behind and then Leon can see it, but Leon cannot pick that handgun up, you know. So that would have been interesting if Leon could have picked up her handguns. If you choose to on her not pick them up in the right, that then like Leon could have picked them up, you know, because that would have been cool, right, you know. If it would have been like a bonus scene or whatever. That's what we do with quality living center. Hanging ammo, and there's a med injector. Hanging ammo. There's a lot of ammo. Okay, and that's all of those. Let's go over here though so we can grab more hanging ammo. Hanging ammo. Just running around with freaking rocket launch. RPG man. Right, but you won't get like gunpowders in this part and stuff there. But the fact that you can leave like the scrap behind and stuff there, right? And the scrap is still what is needed together with the thing to make the hand grenades. And then over here, there's going to be that tracking module coming over there. And then upstairs, there's going to be the tracking module legendary. Yeah. So of course, it's very nice. Very nice indeed. And of course, you don't need to do all of these with Leon if you don't want to, but if you want to get a lot of points, you know, you can do it that way. Right, and of course, you can just save up a bunch of points if you really, really want to, you know, and just have a lot of points, you know. And stuff that's the whole thing that you can choose to not spend the points at all. Like if you're only going through with the Requiem, then you only need to technically just upgrade the Requiem and stuff like that, and then it's just very, very easy to just have a bunch of blood cash if you don't bother with other guns. Because the alligator snapper that we sold should be having all the upgrades that I've gotten on the alligator snapper. So yeah, it's like 10 grenades is 2,000. Med injector you want to be selling as well. You see how much money that was. So yeah, but yeah. So then if you want to do, for example, like a review of like the guns and stuff like that, then you want to make sure that you have enough money to fully upgrade a gun. Like I don't know how much money it will be necessary and stuff like that, but yeah, you know. So we need to go over here. We need to grab these. Tracking model coming over there. And we need to go up on the second floor so we can get to the conference room because that has the tracking model legendary. Yeah. You know, one thing is interesting though, and I want to show you that you can do that actually. If you go in here, for example, like you cannot save on the typewriter, you cannot even interact with the supply box. And if you go in here, for example, you cannot interact with the book here or anything at all. And I believe you cannot even... You can check out the doll, however, right? But there's nothing about it, you know, and stuff that, like, there's nothing, you know. But yeah, let's go over here then, so we can go and get that. Now, I could, of course, leave them alive over here, by the way, if I really, really want to.
No, happy people live longer.
You know, happy people live longer, brains. Alright, then I can just go up there and get that. So get the common one here first. Oops, I didn't want to waste that there. That kind of it. I'm so dumb, so dumb. And then of course you can have saved like killing the lucky chunky guy and leaving it for Leon and stuff like that if you really want to, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, but then here we can do some hanging ammo. Even though it's not that much, but you can loot the no tracking module legendary. It's not the best tracking module legendary, like there are better ones that is out there. The best one is like what, 10,000, like over 10,000. Or maybe it was even more, I forgot exactly how much it was, but yeah. Quality Lyric Center and quality. So call it. Where's the thing? Right, it's in here. I think that's everything opened, right? Yeah, that's everything opened. I mean, we could pick up some more ammo if we really, really want to, but we shouldn't need to. It's not the lead research officer, no. It's actually in the... Actually, let's... I don't actually think we can go into the wing. I think the wing is actually closed. Yeah. We cannot go over to the wall there. Pretty certain that will be closed. You can see that it's not working. I mean, it would have been really cool if they would have made it so that you could go after her, you know. And then I just go up here. Oh, it's not time for that. Alright. It's just when enemies are too close. Okay. 2 kills. Oh, that's a lot of cash. And we're at over 50,000 now. We can sell some handgun ammo. But yeah, and then of course it requires quite a lot to like fully upgrade something. But yeah, because of course if you want to like fully like review weapons, that you need to make sure that you get enough cash to where you can upgrade the master guns, and then that you keep a save file before you like get all the guns, and then like do another save file, you know, whatever, right? Because yeah. Anyway, so now we're gonna go to where we are supposed to go, which is up to this one, right? Yeah, up to that one. That's the last thing we need to do. And then yeah, it's up to you to choose like what weapons like to upgrade and stuff like that, because yeah. But yeah, because you know, I want to like do a review of the weapons and stuff like that, and I hope that they add like more like stuff like into the whole special content here. That they add more stuff here, add more unlocks, right? Because you know the only real attires that you can unlock if you don't got the deluxe edition or the like the pre-order or whatever. Because I believe the pre-orders gave costumes, right, as well, right, as well as the like deluxe edition. And yeah, because you can get the FBI attire, of course, and the RPD uniform for Leon. But it is weird, like, why isn't there a second attire that you can get for Grace or a second one for Leon? I'm definitely thinking that it's going to be like, like beat the DLC or whatever, right? And that will unlock more costumes or maybe even more weapons, because I definitely think that Grace. Yeah, and that's gonna give me some. Yeah. It's not a lot that it gives. I'm pretty certain they're on high difficulty, so that it does give you more. But yeah. And we're also meant to go in here. With this, of course. Search Victor's office. What a fucking shame. Loot. First your heads. If you want to survive. I believe they will open the door for you. Maybe. Not 100% remember. Yes. Here, cats. Eat rockets. They don't like eating rockets. What? Get shotgun ammo. Got this guy. And I think that this is the one that will break in. But if that even kills it though. Or if it's black. If it's fixed that it cannot die yet. I wonder if that counts as him being that or if he will still do the thing where he jumps through the window. Eat hand grenades. Eat hand grenades. Yeah, eat hand grenades. I think we can block this guy. Yeah, that guy definitely could be blown up. And he will jump through.
Okay, single.
We'll always get to jump through. Why is there action music? I think we killed everything. We blew up everything, yeah we did. And then it's like boom, it's supposed to be super dramatic like.
That's my cardio for the week.
Yeah. And then you find a hidden elevator, super mega black elevator. Hospital elevator with metal everywhere.
Pretty sure I found Victor's private office.
Nice work. Lock it up.
Yes, ma'am.
Long password, try again.
Bingo. I have the IP address. Just give me a minute. And I'm in.
Okay, Amy.
The T-virus.
Sherry, you're killing me.
I found some information about our illness. Our symptoms.
Confirm a T-virus infection.
Oh, fuck. Wait, at least we're in it together, right?
We need to get right wrong lilla T-virus infection here. Exactly like, oh shit, where's the light? But that's of course because he has already learned at this point that the thing reacts to light, and that's why she's panicking off that light, right? It's not like OMG, right? You know, like, you know. Everyone is leaded.
Why is this under the hospital?
Because it just is. Why is this under the hospital? Yes. My brain is already blown out. Or is the you know, it leaves snacks around. It's snacks. It's snacks. We can get the green herb now. We're still at on calls, okay? But we can store. And yeah. Actually, let's just heal this a little bit here.
Is that Emily?
Yeah. Eliminate the girl. That was their plan to fail, of course, obviously. Okay, and I think we're gonna call it a day there, actually. I think, yeah. Oh look, there's the thing. There's the noodle thing that we have, like the thing. Twin sisters sail Mediterranean conference tomorrow. A really good boy. Dog saves your life. And you cannot read the thing that's on there, of course, obviously, but yeah. I think we did say right, yeah. We did. Chronic cares and security room, yeah. So I think that will do it actually for this recording session at least now, because I'm gonna need to upload this, right? Because there's a limit to how many recording sessions we can do, and stuff like that, right? There's a limit, and sometimes, yeah. Because I do have what the password is that I would need to do, because once we get out of this, we just grab this with hand, and then we grab the doll, and then we bring it to the researcher's office, but you need to use the severed hand and analyze it, because analyzing the severed hand is actually required, because that allows you to get that role or let's play, thing, and stuff like that, right? And that's what allows you to actually interact with the thing and insert the password and stuff like that, which is, sun, sun, star, sun. So I believe there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There's 4 icons, and I think you do basically like sun, sun, star, sun. And then the next one is moon, star, sun, moon, because that's another 4. And the 4 last ones are sun, moon, star, moon, because that's basically how it is. So it's actually split up into, do you think, because I don't think it's like that you input like sun, sun, star, sun, moon, star, sun, moon, star, moon. Right, because it's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, it's only 4 that you input each time basically. Because if you do that, because then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's split up into 3 different ones, right? Right, and you need, of course, to escape from the bottom place, so you get to carry her around. And you might say, oh, but why not do it earlier, right? But that section hasn't triggered yet, of course, at that point, So keep that in mind. Right. So you can see there's the infinite ribbon, for example, as well. So yeah, which is possible very useful, but yeah. And there are, of course, certain charms you won't have on the first playthrough either, until you find them and stuff like that. So yeah, that's important as well, but yeah. And yeah, I'm going to try and try out some of the trophy videos I have. The main problem is, of course, is that the trophy videos, when you need to free up space, by the way, on the hard drive, for example, like the media gallery, the videos for like trophies are going to take up a lot of space. It's actually going to take up several gigabytes eventually. Usually when I'm at 11 gigabytes or more, or maybe like 12 or 15 gigabytes just from the media gallery alone, like not from like recordings like this, right? But when I'm at that amount used from trophy videos alone, that's usually when I delete them, right? And stuff like that, because I need to realize that uploading like trophy videos, like a lot of those trophy videos are self-explanatory, because some of them shows pretty well how to get the trophy and stuff like that, right? Because the one with all cutting off the tongue with the liquor, you will see that I'm pairing like liquors a lot and stuff like that, and it's recommended that you do it on casual, because otherwise you're just going to be wasting time and stuff like that. But it's going to take a long time, because you require the liquor to leak, but then also it requires, I don't know if you need to be close enough to the liquor for it to cut it off, because there have been times when I've parried the tongue before when it doesn't get cut off. It might be that you have to parry the same one twice. So then if you have several liquors on you, it's kind of better if you have several liquors now, because then you can get to parry more and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, and I will continue on with the recording a bit later today. Maybe I will see, or tomorrow, we will see. But anyway, I'll see you all next time.